Anyways, Sagittarius, this is your spiritual reading for the next little while here. Whenever it hits you, there's a certain chunk of time. It may apply or may not. Maybe a week, maybe a season. So I'm going to get into it. Spiritual cards. It's serious. It's getting serious. Putting the glasses on. Faith is your first card. Yeah, they're going is being tested. Our faith may be being tested at this time. Sagittarians. Dead serious here. Are we going to follow the right path or not? Okay, next card. The Ten of Fire. Usually this card is like getting fired up about something. There may be a breaking point, a tower moment, something here that has lit us right up. Now, there could be an evolution point happening here for the Sagittarians. Man, I'm picking up a lot of masculine energy at this time. So just run with it. Again, it doesn't necessarily mean it can't apply to the feminine. It just means that this is how it's exhibiting. I feel like we were working hard on something here, plugging away, and suddenly something lit up that we had to pay attention to something here. It kind of is throwing us off is the sense that I get. Faith I feel is underlying. It's the underlying whisper that's, may have to do with how we use our faith forward, but this may not be something that we are really taking into account at this time. Wow. These readings are getting deeper. Okay, next card from the Gaia deck is 9, Knowledge. Yeah, we're gaining knowledge here. We got the Book of Wisdom in our hand, and we're trying to, okay, is this the way things are going? Trying to attribute what we're learning intrinsically in our outer world. So a sense of, that's part of ascension as well. Is okay. We're taking note of this, that, and the others happening. Now let's look outward and see if anybody else is noticing it. That is what I'm getting from the Sagittarian energy here. Is anybody else seeing what I'm seeing? This kind of energy. Let's move on. Next row here into the above cards. What do we get on our faith card to expand that? We get the 10 of Water. And in my energy, I'm thinking it was the energy report. I attributed this to dark energy or someone who may be honoring dark energy. Okay, I'll put it that way. So in a lot of negativity. There's a need for action here, in this sense is faith. So if you put the faith card and the 10 of Water together, it is like one or the other. We're going to pick a lane here. May not have picked a lane, or we may be so intrinsically driven by dark energy that it's just so foreign to us to pick that lane. I feel like that is what lit us up here, is lighting up of the there's another path here. Wait a minute, I didn't realize, this kind of thing spiritually. So there's a need to take action on this discovery at this time. There's a need for action. Just move in the direction that is lit up, is what they're saying. They're going, we're lit. It's like they're showing me the runway at night where flights and all the lights are lining around there. That's what they're showing me. They're going, it's free and clear. All you have to do is go there. So here we go. This is the energy that's coming through the spiritual reading here for the Sag. Being lit up like the runway, yeah, because, okay, bring me back to that 10 of Fire. And they're showing all the chakras light up and the 2 bands of orange, the sash that's going across. This is the runway. This is the runway we're lighting up. We're lighting up your path forward into the light here. So are we going to take this? No. The expansion card from the above deck is the 6 of Water, about creative expression. Yeah, they're going, this is the easiest, most simplest road we can bring you to. So for the Sagittarians, there may be some energy here of being creative, whatever it is, you have a hobby, something that, is passionate, This is where they're putting that energy of light. They're infusing it or asking you to infuse it in this area until we feel more comfortable in it. And letting it show its stuff. Because we really don't have, because we're tied up in dark energy here, negative field that we're sitting in. We're used to that on the mundane. So much so that it is kind of our friend. I hate to say that, but that's what it is. That we have to kind of realize that this friend ain't working for us. We have to, this is the kind of thing. And again, creative sector is where they're going to infuse all that energy and bring you to those lessons. Like, oh, if I follow this, this will happen. And this is good stuff. This is good things. Da, da, da. It's kind of like that. Like the training, they're starting to take the training wheels off of the Sag spiritually, because we're picking a lane here. But we haven't quite jumped over the fence into it. We're kind of looking over there and then wanting to grab things, from that side of the fence. But we haven't walked over into that side to completely clean ourselves from the negative. This is what I'm getting. Wow. Okay. Knowledge. Again, we're learning about things here. We may be learning spiritually about things that are out of our normal sphere of thought. On top of that, we get the Venus energy, talking about attraction and fire. Again, it's something that can light us up highly. This can be in relationship sectors as well. We might be seeing something light and fluffy outside of us, so we want to go, we want to make contact with that. This may be bringing us to a point where we are searching for knowledge. Well, what is this? What does this person believe, or what is the belief system, or this is a different bird. Let's learn about this. So this is good. This is expanding. It's all good. Okay. So as we get into the geometry cards here, on top of our faith, which is, it came out in 2 readings, the same kind of energy, being exposed to the light, and some people not in realization, they're in dark, and contrast, wow, there or there. Where do I go? This is what the Sag is doing. They're suddenly realizing that where they were was not so great. Okay, on top of there, we get the honeybee again. Wow. Okay, this honeybee is making, it's making work. So this card, I gotta explain again. Service, celebration, and sexual frenzy. I wanted to include this deck, the deeper meanings, right? Because I made this geometry deck to get underneath everything that's, because we're evolving past tarot decks. We're evolving. The energy is constantly evolving. We need more fresh energy. So this was one that I wanted because the bee really does supply a lot for humanity. Without it, we'd be lost. The service, the celebration is the amount of work, unlimited potential that they put out. And they just keep doing it like like a robot, but they're not. Their will is there to do good. This is the thing. I feel like this is what maybe the Sag doesn't understand. The will to do good, we don't understand that outside of ourselves. We want good for ourselves, but how do we spill it out into the universe? How do we share that? This may be the concept that the Sag is just coming across here. But also the sexual frenzy, and that could be in dark energy as well. Okay, I'm just going to leave it there. I'm not going to go too far into that little rabbit hole, because again, it's sexual frenzy, as I was explaining in the last reading. This is about an immaturity in a sexual way that we're trying to break through here. But sometimes we need to kind of just have that, and then suddenly something happens. Now, we have Venus coming in here, love and beauty. So there's a sense that we might have a direction here that will unravel. Okay. Where are we being lit up? In our creative field. The energy is going quite highly in this field to make you aware of the decisions that you make, the consequences of your actions in the way of light and dark. We're going to be highly penalized for dark, or I mean, they're showing me like a thud, like a big piece of mud, just thud. That's the dark. You get nothing but dark, like mud. And then the rewards for tapping into the light. So again, the Sag may not be able to understand this quite fully, so the universe is going to really, you know, overflow this with energy in order to make them see that. They're being lit up spiritually, and the creative side is the area that it's going to come most naturally to pick the right lane. So this is what they're doing. They're helping them in that area. Now on top of that, we get the complex square. Yeah. This, even though it's of natural flow to bring about the positive energy in this creative field, it's still a hard sell, because if people are, and I feel this spiritually, energetically, when I do my healings, people are so ingrained in negativity, it has been pounded at them. And I know I get in this as well, absolutely. It's so ingrained that it's like our friend, we can't go without it, because we don't know what it's like without it. But it's peace without it. But if you've never had peace, all you're used to is chaos. That's, you know, it's the addiction to this negative attitude, because there's chaos. So we may be addicted to the chaos and have a hard time calming, or like sitting with a serene energy feels unnerving. We don't know why, because we're so addicted to the hype and the fast pace and you know, all this stuff coming at us, that the peace, it almost feels uncomfortable. To a degree, we want to go back to the chaos, because at least the chaos, you know, there's a payoff there. What's the payoff? Is that charge of, what do you call that? Adrenaline. You know, it's like adrenaline junkie. Like we can't wean off. We can't slow down. So that's what the complex square is saying. Even though it's naturally going to go in this creative area, it's not going to be an easy sell for the Sag. Okay, next. There's a seeking of knowledge outward, looking at other people and what they're saying about certain topics. Suddenly we're opening up to fields we never opened up to before. We're seeing things in different ways. What is that? Who says that, and why are they saying that? And what is driving them to say that? What, you know, like a curiosity for all of this stuff is opening up. And that's partly universally driven to evolve you, right? So here we go. And again, the Venus energy falling on that. What do we get for geometry? The Eye of Ra. Again, this feminine energy is coming out. These passive, aggressive people that are trying to, you know, cut us down, they're there. They're just there. Fire, earth, whatever. Water. Shield from evil forces. Okay, give me a minute. See, the thing is, we are in dark energy. There's no doubt here. Sag, addicted to dark energy. They don't realize that they're in it. They don't know they have to get out of it. They feel like it's part of their life that they have to bring with them. And they're going, no, we go forward. We don't bring the chaos. The chaos stays. So if you want chaos, you stay with the dark. That's your decision. Whatever. Now, I feel like this person is either wrapped in people that are of the same frequency, chaos makers, this kind of stuff, or we have some people coming at us quite strongly at this time as we're trying to kind of pull ourselves out of this. And they're going, oh no, you can't go. You can't go. You know, like this kind of thing. They're trying to hold us back quite strongly is what I get. Now, Venus is in the middle of this kind of, it's like a dichotomy of energy. We have the knowledge, which is, you know, enlightening. And then we have Venus, which is, you know, enlightening and an emotional, loving, caring, like the greatest of light beaming down. And then we have the Eye of Ra, like the evil eye, like you dare go there. So there's people that could literally be saying that, because I'm feeling that very strongly, that don't you dare go there. If you go there, that's it for me. And they're going, well, guess what? That's dark energy, right? That's dark energy. So, man, they're showing me, what did I just do? Pisces. But that was weird because, okay, hold on. They're zoning back to the reading I just did of Pisces. They're explaining an earth sign there and how they were, if they go forward, they're going to lose. And the universe is going, that's their perception, and that's what other people are trying to convince them of, but that's not the way that it is, or it could be, right? We just have to open our eyes and see that this is reverbing in this reading. The same thing. Don't you dare go there. The reason they don't want to go is because they fear what you're going to do to them after you realize and you go. You go past the light, suddenly you realize these people are no good for you. That's what they're in fear of. You figuring it out. But the thing is here, have we figured it out already? I think we might have figured it out already. And we may be starting to see these people, these feminines. We may have feminine energy in our field. We may be a feminine. I do not feel that the Sag is taking on the energy of the evil, you know, going outward in that way. I feel like they're caught up in it. They got a lot of people around them. But I feel like they're really kind of numb right now, going, looking around and going, well, that person's telling me this. This person's telling me that. What do I... Trying to figure out where they fit. They're kind of numb. But, again, we get a shield from those around us in order to make clear decisions. And really the decision is just choose light. There's a path opening up to you. I feel like the universe is doing everything it can to make you see it. But if we're addicted to anything of dark, then we just will kind of try and magnetize to that. I feel like that's the tipping point the Sag is at here. So as we go back on the faith and the darkness that is what we have come from here, we do not realize. There's a sexual frenzy wanting to be said here for energy that we want to go outward in. We may have some superficial abilities here in the sexual arena, if I can put it that way, where we're dipping our pool, like, right? Each little honeycomb, we're going in there, and, you know, but there's no loyalties, da-da-da. This could be something that we may not want to get rid of. Okay, so anyway, the freedom to do this is what they're saying. Now, on top of that, we get the 8 of Cups, the need for change. Yeah. So, okay, for some, we may be in footloose and fancy-free in the relationship area, literally making all honeycombs all over the place. This, there's a need for this energy to change. This may be the darkness that we're caught up in. We're just filling too many honeycombs getting filled here. And we may be dispersing our energy in too many areas. We're just not in a positive way. Okay, on the advancement, again, I feel like the Sagittarians are being fired up. Their creative areas is where they're going to unfold things first because they're the most open to that in a creative way. The complex square is still saying there's a high resistance here to all of this energy coming in, but the energy is not going to stop. It's just the decision that we decide to make. On top of that, we get the Temperance card talking about equilibriums, keeping balance. Yeah. So if there is someone here, I feel the need, because that sexual frenzy card is so powerful. I feel the need to say that we may have someone here who is sexually addicted, and they may need to tone that down. They may need to understand that from a different perspective. They may need to distract themselves in a creative area in order to understand things more fully. Okay, next. The knowledge, the love, right? Venus, the love. Because, they're showing me, you know, the Sag is looking for love, but they're attaining the sexual frenzy, the immature love. They're looking for the Venus love, but they're filtering through a bunch of bottom of the barrel stuff. This is what's going on. And maybe not in realization that that's not really helping them. Not really helping them. Okay, the Eye of Ra again, shielding from feminine forces. We may be a masculine doing this to feminine. The feminines are mad because we're not stable. We're not, you know, putting down roots. On top of that, we get justice and the rule of 3. Well, if that doesn't just... That speaks to karma. That speaks to karma times 3. It speaks to a balancing out of things. So if we are in balance, which I feel like we have a hard time figuring things out and knowing where to leave right? Knowing when to hold them and fold them, this kind of thing. That's really what's going on here. Not knowing when to hold them, kind of thing. Okay. Back to the music. So I guess we'll have a music track for these videos once I get on my tipping point here. Okay, so the rule of 3 is really about justice that comes, and it comes to those that need to see it most highly. And if we are stuck in a negative energy, the ×3 is going to hit you threefold in order for you to see the light, because they really want you on your best, most productive path. And the problem here is the Sag figures that the darkness path is going to get me everything that I want, and in fact that's going to strip you of everything that you want. But they have not figured this out yet, so they are on the path to do this, and the universe is throwing a few cards at them here. I feel it's going to be in a series of 3 that they get before, to humble themselves to a degree. Now, is this what we truly want? Or to make them see in these areas. Yeah. Beware. We may have a specific feminine here trying to deplete our energy field or throw us off our knowledge. Because we started here with the knowledge card on the last row. Then Venus comes in. And I feel like Venus just changes the whole frequency. It lightens everything up. Suddenly, that's our advancement. We've found what we've wanted. Then the Ira comes in and going, hold on. No, we don't get love here. But that's an outside force. That's not you doing that. It's not you saying, I don't want love. It's someone else putting this energy upon you. You're trying to gain knowledge about this person that's trying to stop you from going in this direction. And the rule of 3 is, let the towers come as they may. If we need 3 before we get to a point where we realize this, then so be it. This is what the energy, this basic channel is what I did right there. If we need 3 towers to fall right in a row to make you see where you're doing wrong, then so be it. This is what I'm getting, a stubborn energy from the universe, not stubborn, stern. We will try again. We will try again, because it's your highest good, your highest path we want you on. Not in the darkness. So they will, and good luck for you having 3 chances, because some people only get 1, and that's it. So boom, there's planetary card for Sagittarius. Sun in Gemini. 3, communication. There may be communication coming in a negative, positive way, whatever. Communication is significant. I feel like that is the action that we need to take. We need to communicate with those that, in a caring, loving way, to those that matter. Hone your negotiation and relationship skills. Get ready. I think Venus has hit the Sag already, but I feel like there's so much darkness that they're, carrying within themselves. And so much darkness in the people around them that are so fearful that they're going to get what they want, because those people are in heavier darkness than even we are. And they know they're so far from gaining what they want that they'll be damned if I'm going to watch someone else get everything that I want. And I'm not going to get it? No way. This is what I'm getting. Whew. Wow. So that's cutthroat. That's like, Wall Street stuff. It's like, sorry, this is business, you can't get your love, but you go ahead and you come through the dark and we'll be okay. But don't think about getting love or happiness or satisfaction in any other area. And again, we may be looping in a sexual frenzy. When I say sexual frenzy, I feel someone looping in an energy where they're just going to partners physically and nothing else is mattering. And we're feeling this is not right. We're advancing through this. The complexity is we want the sex, but we also want the love. But we go outward to get sex. We get sex. We don't get love. You go outward to get love. You got to go in that direction. I feel like there's a vision of this. Here's Mariah Carey. There's a vision of love here. But there's a heavy field of infiltrators, negative energies around you that just see that connection could be good for you. They know this intrinsically through their whole soul. They know this. And they're going to do everything in their power to keep you from getting it. This is what I'm getting. And again, we got 3 towers to hit here before we completely demolish that area. Sun in Gemini, again, communications two-way, thinking this way, thinking that way. We can't make up our mind. The reasoning is we got to isolate ourselves away from the negativity, and we got to get it out of ourselves, ourself. We got to get the negativity out of our field, period. How do we do that? First, we separate from those that are negative. Secondly, we sit and we analyze what we're doing and how we're feeling and thinking. And then we go there and we say, okay, positivity infusement, please. Can I have? Ask the universe, you shall receive. But if you're in karmic energy here, and the law of threes might be a bumpy ride. So communicate to those you need to. The sun is full on. Gemini is of 2 ways of being. We are in a turning point here. The light or the dark, pick a lane, because that's where the Gemini's headed. Or not the Gemini, the Sagittarius in the Gemini energy. We can't make up our mind. A lot of action outside being seen, but we're having a hard time imprinting that and moving forward, you know, taking a stand and saying, yes, I believe this, and I'm going to go forward with this. This is having a hard time translating. And again, I feel like if you know, I don't like saying isolate, but if we got negativity, we got to get rid of that, period. And then when we go inside, we should connect with the energies that make us feel better. And then we go outside and we have a frequency difference, then we attract better units. Okay. Oh man, I want to say Gemini. So Gemini might be significant in your field here, but Sag, that is your reading for spirituality. I'm getting so revved up with these energies because they're heavy, because the universe wants you on your path. And if you're fighting to go in the dark, you know, they're just going to go, well, let them go. If they want to fight to be in the dark, let them go. There's nothing you can do. Because we can put you in the light, you're going to fight to run back there. There's nothing you can do. So be aware, this is a fight of dark and light. And at this point, the dark is overpowering because we don't see clearly. We are being advanced here, and there is some karmic repercussions coming because of things that we've done up to now to brush off. So we have to pay for that, and then, you know, we're going to keep paying for that until we pick the right lane, is really the sense they're giving me. Is, in a sense, they don't give up on trying to get you in the right way, but if we continually choose the wrong way, nothing will go right. If nothing's going right, we're in the wrong way. Take care, Sag, and be kind.